Greetings team! Today we are going to be building a circuit board, and the first step is to get some solder paste on there using this stencil. It's just whenever I do this, it's so difficult to line this thing up. If only there was some tool that someone made for this specific scenario. Unfortunately no one does, but fortunately I made one. This right here is one of 3 tools that I designed with FreeCAD and printed on my at-home 3D printer. This is why I feel every electronics, hobbyist, and even electrical engineers should own a 3D printer. Really quickly, this jig just allows you to snap in your printed circuit board. It then has these little guides that I put there to hold and line up the printed circuit board right over the pads. Then, because it is flush with everything, you can very easily apply your solder paste and squeegee it across. When designing this jig, I put in some finger grips right here on all 4 corners so that I can easily lift the stencil off and have all those beautiful pads covered. I also, on the back side, have a nice hole here that allows me to put my fingers on and push up to gently release the board. Let's go ahead and get these boards cooked. There we go, falling right into place. Now that all of our surface mount components have been installed, we can go ahead and work on the remaining through holes. So for the first stage, well, rather the second stage of the whole process, we're going to set these switches in my second jig here, and then making sure I have the right orientation and snap them into place. So you'll see the pins are now held in place with this jig. The studs are not interfering with the surface mount components, and we're free to solder them up. This is a huge improvement over having to hold one side down with your finger. Solder a stud just to hold it in place. Now that our switches have been installed, we can move on to the next stage, which is soldering in some wires along this back side. For that, I'm going to use this jig that lines our holes up with our solder points, so as you can see there. Just so I don't have to use my hand, we're going to go ahead and use one of these. Go ahead and hold that in place. All the kinks haven't been completely worked out, but I assure you this is much easier than doing one at a time by hand. So we're going to go ahead and solder those in. Oops, don't forget the fume extractor. And because this is the right size for the wire, I actually made it so you can just lift this right through. And there we go. We have a soldered on wire connections. Now I can go ahead and install my other components here and then effectively be done. But of course, you gotta secure your parts before you solder them. That's just the way it is. And then once we're finally assembled, we can test our board. There we go. So that is why every hobbyist, especially ones in the electronic space, need a 3D printer. Hope this gave you some ideas and encouraged you to go out and get a 3D printer. I myself have one of the cheaper ones, are $300. I'll throw the Amazon link down there if you want to pick one up. So until next time, I am the ill-informed human. Goodbye.